Hey everybody, it's Steve. And so today I'm going to be doing an update on the EMP.Money project, along with talking about their brand new NFT that they're minting in partnership with the MDB, which is Make DeFi Better project that they have a partnership with. We usually cover them because of the partnership they have with Splinterlands, but you should know that EMP is partnering with a lot of different projects. They're doing a lot of exciting things, and this is why I'm so bullish on the EMP Splinterlands project partnership, because we know Splinterlands is doing a lot with GLS, with tower defense, with all kinds of different things that they're working on, including the Rooney project that we've been covering recently. Well, EMP.Money is no slouch themselves, and they've got a lot of stuff going on. All right, so let's jump into the site and talk about some of the stuffs I haven't talked about so far. The first thing we'll notice, if you go into the generator as a service, we'll just take a look at our detonator as a service section. The generator is still rolling and rolling pretty strong. We can see that on the largest depositor for yesterday that I just watched happen, somebody came through and deposited 72 LP tokens. I've only got 244 total LP tokens put in, so that was a pretty good prize. But that is what they actually put in to pull down this lottery prize of 374 LP tokens, which is what do you call it? I think. Do they have the money? Oh yeah, about $4,000, and that 72 deposited was a little under $1,000 to win $4,000. It is a very interesting time in Generator, as it's been running for a while now, and that sniper fight for the largest depositor is within reach for a lot more people than it used to be, and the Win It Now stuff has slowed down, but we're still earning a good amount of money. I did my compound yesterday of about $20 that I was able to add into my balance, and as you can see, my compounding claim strategy here has kept me just going up, up, and up, and up, and up. Now, as you can see here, they don't track money, they track LP tokens, because this project is meant for people with long-term thinking, not short-term thinking, and token prices are going to go up and down. This number is going to change a lot, but I'm more concerned with this number and that number. How many LPs have I put in? How many LPs can I earn from this? All right, let's go ahead and jump into one of the updates I want to cover. They have made a change to their farms. There's now only one liquidity pool. The liquidity pool is only for EMP and ETH, and they have removed their other liquidity pools. These ones are down here and inactive now, and people do need to come and claim their TVL. There's $1 million still sitting here, and pull it out of these farms, and then you have a couple different choices for what you can do with it. Now, obviously, if you want to leave the project, you can sell those tokens, or at least if you don't want that liquidity anymore, or most of it can be put into one of the detonators or reactors or detonators as a service. Well, at least this one can. EMC and ETH cannot, but you could unpair them and then separately put them into those parts of the project if you wanted to, or at this point you can just walk away with the token. Now, one of the things that the team did here to help protect those people who were in the eShare BNB token is they offered a buyback over the counter at a guaranteed price that helped move up the eShare token. You can talk to them in the Discord about that. I don't want to give out the wrong information in the video, but I do believe that the token is currently trading above that floor, but if it were to dip down below, they were prepared to go ahead and come out of their own treasury and make sure that you were whole as you got out of this liquidity pool. They weren't looking to hurt their community, but the changes to this allowed them to do two things. This APR is now 120%. They have made this farm much more attractive. This helps support the EMP ETH PEG token and helps hopefully build this back up above PEG, because this needs to be above PEG for everything to be kicking and flying and this project is humming along. So this is one of the changes that they did to try to help that. Also, it made the reactor better because they prepared the reactor to be able to pay out higher rewards by taking some of the rewards that they were used to be putting towards those farms and putting them into the reactor, as well as putting them into that farm, pushing up that APR. This set them up to be able to do their Sentinel NFT project. And that's the other update we're going to be covering today. And it's actually the bigger one, but if you came and looked at their farms, they might look a little different. So I wanted to at least touch base on those. I'm actually a little bit too much of a degan, and I am just taking part in a detonator, reactor, and generator. I was not in the liquidity farms yet, but eventually when I got to enough money in the reactor, I had thought about putting some into the liquidity pool, and the same thing for detonator. Eventually, if my claims are at a certain number, I might start claiming and putting them into the farm as opposed to the other way around. Okay, so we've got a pretty cool video to watch here. Let me just find it. I accidentally clicked off of it. Let's pop it up and let's learn about the Sentinel Squadron, the new NFT brought to you by EMP and MDB. Check these out. If you can't tell, these PFPs might have been slightly influenced by AJ Brockman, the founder, and some of those styles are definitely his, but not all of them. As you can see, it's a passive income generating NFT. You get to earn E-shares and MDB tokens, and we're going to talk a little bit about those tokens and let you know what your options will be if you're earning them. Hopefully you could hear me over the music. I did have the music up a little bit loud for that, but let's go ahead and get into the white paper. So the Sentinel Squadron is coming out as a project between EMP and MBD. These projects were already working together. MDP has already launched a few NFTs, but this is going to be the first one for the EMP project. The funds will be invested into Reactor. They're going to do a 5-2 compound strategy. NFT holders will yield lucrative Reactor claims, and the yields will be distributed to NFT holders in the form of E-shares and MBD. These are going to mint for $300. That's not out of the price realm for very many people, so you can definitely look at them. And you can think of each one that you buy should give you a deposit into Reactor of twice as much. We'll cover that a little bit more. They're minting on October 30th, so that is in just a few days now. And the mint start time is 8 a.m. EST or 5 a.m. for me. It's 12 p.m. UTC if that helps you out. You can pay in BUSD. This is going to be a drop on the Binance Smart Chain, or Phoenix Plus. Phoenix Plus is the stable coin for the MDB project, as this is for their community too. It makes sense that it's going to accept their stable coin. The key benefits to this: they're going to do an instant double your investment through access to the Win It Now and Reactor. So basically, because they're going to build up over $2 million worth of funds to put into the Reactor, they are going to be able to use the Win It Now button to double their deposit. That's something I've covered in the past. But basically, if you make a deposit that's at least 2% of the pool, your deposit is doubled. Currently, I'll show you that with $2.5 million worth of funds from selling 5,000 of these NFTs at $300, they are going to have quite enough to do that Win It Now button. It's a passive income investment. So all the strategy is done for us. We only have to take profits. And that is something that's pretty cool, because I have missed compounding or claiming a couple times because life just gets in the way. But NFT holders will not have to compound or claim daily. They will just have to claim their rewards when they want them. They'll be doing a 5-2 strategy to grow your investment and grow your rewards. So your rewards should hopefully be growing over time, with the caveat that's as long as the tokens stay at a good price. And the other thing is there is no whale tax on Reactor claims for this project, because it's an additional benefit for the whole ecosystem. So they're going to be helping them out through that. They also have an additional benefits provided to the EMP ecosystem through EMP supercharges. So also, you'll be able to sell these NFTs at any time. So let's say you've made your $300 back, or you made $100 back, but it's a little too slow for you, and then you can sell it for maybe still a $300 investment. Then you would come out ahead at, having earned whatever you earned, and then you sell the NFT. Oh, the other thing that's kind of interesting here is that because they're going to be doing very big compounds, they're going to have a very good chance of winning the lottery every day because they're going to have 50 lottery tickets every single day. So this is kind of a way for you to be able to play the lottery a little bit more without having to actually do a really big deposit, but you will only be winning based on your share of the 5,000 NFTs. There are legendary NFTs. These won't earn any extra money, but if you get a legendary NFT, it might be worth extra money because there are going to be some other benefits that haven't all been announced, but it'll probably have to do with access to stuff, not actually earning extra money. So how the drop is going to work, this one's kind of interesting. They're going to be doing 500 NFTs released at the beginning of every 300 minutes. Once they're sold, you have to wait for the next block to begin before you can purchase more. There's 10 blocks in total. If there's a time block when all 500 NFTs do not sell, the NFT mint is over and all remaining unsold NFTs will be burned. This is pretty crazy because there's a chance that this could end a lot sooner than we think, and then maybe the deposit amount, it won't be as big. But I've heard some people talk about minting possibly 500 of these themselves, so that's pretty wild. There's no maximum NFTs per wallet. And NFTs are distributed, randomly distributed. It'll be a fun surprise to see what traits your NFT has, and you might even get a legendary. They're not going to show us where to buy the NFT until tomorrow, and NFTs pay out eShare and MDB, and they pay out daily. So how do you get a legendary? There's 5. Oh yeah, they're doing an auction for the legendaries. If you want to be interested, join their Telegram, and you'll be able to check that out right away. This talks about that. So let's go ahead and really quickly show you MDB. So MDB is Make DeFi Better. It's like an entire ecosystem of their own. And I'm not going to be covering all of it today, but they have some different tokens. They have NFTs of their own that allow you to earn some of their MDB rewards. They have their MBT token, which is currently at about 1 cent. I don't know the project to know if that is good or bad. They have an Infinity token, and then they have their stable backed assets. They have the MDB Plus token. These tokens tend to be a little bit over a stable coin, and Phoenix Plus, as you can see, is way over a stable coin. This has to do with how their ecosystem works. And then they have a staking for their MBB token and in their Infinity token, and they have a pretty lucrative BNB MBD farm. They also have a bonding system when it comes to getting some bonds. Now, if you really want to understand this, you're going to have to go through it yourself. If there's some demand on my channel, I will cover it in the future. But you do need to understand, if you buy these tokens, one of the tokens you'll get paid out in is this MDB token. You can come here and you can stake it. You can pair it with BNB and do some farming, or you can come here and just sell the token. And you'd have to understand that if you're doing that, you are hurting their project a little bit, but they probably don't mind, and that's because of the way Reactor works. So let's drop back over to EMP and talk about Reactor. So this is where all the money is going to be deposited. As you can see, this Reactor uses eShares and BNB. So when they're doing their claiming, they're going to have to go ahead and sell the BNB to buy MBD, and then pay the MBD out to us with the eShare tokens. So when you get your rewards, it's going to be eShares and MBD. When they are actually claiming their rewards, it's going to be BNB and eShare. This creates an automatic buying opportunity for the MBB token every single day that they claim, and have to switch it into that token to do the payout. So that is something that is going to help their token on their side of the project. On EMP's side of the project, when they first make the payments of the Phoenix Plus token or the BNB or the BUSD token, they're going to be using those tokens to buy BNB and eShares, pairing them up to do that big win it now double deposit into the Reactor. Now they might, I don't know for sure if they're doing that across different wallets or if it's just going to be one big wallet, but in general, they're going to be able to have that all that buy power come into the eShare token from this NFT sale. And then going forward, we're going to be able to earn those rewards coming back. Now I have heard them say that if you own an NFT, you're going to be able to see how much it is earning, and then you're going to be able to hit claim when you want to claim your rewards. That's kind of a feel for how that's going to work. In general, it should be, they've said, hopefully around a 0.04, like a 4% return daily, but they're kind of guessing on that until they actually see how the NFT sale goes, until they see about how much they can put into here. It's a little bit of a guess game, but I know I'm going to buy, hopefully, I want to buy 2. I'd like to have 3. We'll see how many I can get. And then once I have them, I'll be able to add them into my video series showing you how those are earning for me and showing you how I can take those same rewards I'm getting, MDB token and the eShare tokens, and put them into EMP and then buy credits within Splinterlands if that's what I want to do. Of course, as this builds up over time, sometimes I just might want to take some profit for myself. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a happy Halloween if you're celebrating, and hopefully you enjoyed this little look at the Sentinel Squadron NFTs that are coming out as part of the EMP and MDB projects. I didn't probably hit everything perfectly. Anybody wants to add anything in the comments, thank you very much, and I will talk to you guys again soon.